Oh, guys, you can't let me smile like this. Oh, in the video, I'm gonna go. And then they're gonna comment, why is she playing with her hair so much? I'm gonna go, girl. I didn't even know I was doing it. I didn't even know I was doing
girl,
it.
quit playing.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Raylan. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you are here and glad that you are watching this video. Today's a special video because I have some guests with me.
I'm Addie.
Y'all already know me. This is my sister Peyton. She was in another video, I think. This is Addie. She's actually just in town visiting. She is currently at the Ramp School of Ministry, which is also where I went to school. If you've seen my previous videos, I've been talking about that. But today we are going to do a little sister Q&A. I asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me some questions, and you guys showed up with the questions. They have no idea the questions, and only I have seen them, so you're gonna get their first response on here. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it, answer y'all's questions. And
Me too.
we're just gonna get to know each other a little bit here. So the first question is, how old are y'all? / do y'all get along well?
Well, I'll start.
I don't know who gave her a
Listen, I just turned 18 on Friday. So I'm an adult now. And we get along well.
I am 22.
I'm 15.
I turned 23 in November. She turned 16 in September. She just turned 18 a few days ago. And yes, we get along. We've definitely had our moments, and we still have our moments.
We didn't know Raylan before college.
And we really just got close, like, over the past, I think it was like during quarantine when we were stuck in the house together.
Because we shared a room for a year and a half.
I think it was when we
And a
watched
bed.
I think it was when we watched all the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and series of unfortunate events.
So bad.
Unfortunate.
Some would say that we're inseparable.
Don't touch me.
Someone say we're triplets. But I just say we're twins, me and her, and then her's off.
Who is the first sister to apologize? First to apologize, probably in our own unique way, Peyton.
Yeah.
Addie,
do you know?
She was like this.
Addie,
It's okay. Here, I have a tender
I'm just
heart.
being truthful.
but listen,
Yeah, but
Addie,
Addie, if you're in a mode where you're like
even-
angry upon angry,
even if it's your
I did
fault,
have anger
even if
issues.
it's even if it's your fault, you like still get mad towards us.
I will say I
it's
had
our
to lay
fault.
down my pride recently.
yeah,
Mhm.
like yes,
She had to lay it.
Next question: what is your favorite thing about each of your sisters?
Favorite thing about Raylan is that she's probably the only person who actually gets me.
Oh really?
Leave someone out.
Well, I'm saying like she gets every aspect. Like when I get angry, she knows the little thing that made me angry, or like if I'm weak, she knows the little thing that made me weak without us having to talk about it. Peyton. My favorite thing about Peyton likes keeping the peace and making light of situations. When me and Raylan are butting heads and raging at
yeah,
each
but
other.
sometimes she interrogates.
No, because when I was younger, every time somebody would argue, I'd start crying.
She was too
And that's where that
soft-pressed.
stems from.
Okay, my favorite thing about Addie is that I feel like we have such history together that we don't have to like talk all the time, or like we don't have to try to have a friendship, but then once we like talk, it's like we never skip a beat.
Yes.
Yes!
Woo!
See where you're going. Because like we did not get along well when we were super young, but then as we got older and I came home from the ramp, we shared a room together, and we just like when you share a room with someone, you really get
You have to.
vulnerable,
It's-
like into their like
It's honestly
worst
inevitable.
moments, best moments, etc. So then the history you create together, you're just like you just kind of hit it off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that is working out in our favor in this season because she obviously doesn't live here anymore, so it's helpful to
And
know.
Raylan doesn't text much.
And neither does she.
We text all the time. And sisters.
We text in our
Okay,
group chat,
our group chat
but
always
not
going.
like individual. Peyton My favorite thing about her is her willingness to serve people. But really, like, in all aspects, like at church,
Oh, yeah.
and
That is
like
true.
she'll just like she'll be willing to step up to the plate, like no matter who it's for or what you're asking her to do, she's gonna step up to the plate. Your turn.
My favorite thing about Addie is that she tries to feel like what you're going through. And sympathy. Probably sympathy. Yeah. If I'm going through a situation, I'm kind of raging. Addie will be like, "Who is it? And who do I need to talk to?"
Oh yeah, like she's gonna come after somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas me, I'm like, you need to just give it to the Lord and surrender it. And
I just say, whose head do I need to kick off?
and Addie's the more of like, who are they? What do I need to do?
No, Raylan will be like, "Why are you worrying about it? It's
Yeah.
not even about them anyway."
I'm like, you need it. Because honestly, anytime you get mad about something, it's really a deep root of what's inside of you. Like 9 times out of 10, it's about you, not about the other person. So whereas Addie's like, oh, it's the other person's fault, I need to fight her. I'm like, you need to.
Well, you don't come at them.
I'm like, you need to take a glance at your own self.
Okay, Raylan. Raylan always knows how to like lead. She always knows how to lead people, and it's never like, and you never have to wonder how Raylan's feeling or thinking because she'll tell you.
Tell you, yeah.
And
I agree.
that can be like a good or bad thing.
I second.
So Raylan, she'll be the one to hype you up, kind of. So if she does, then you know that it's
Then you know you look good. Like if she hypes you up, then you know you have
because
to.
Raylan's
like,
not a
she
huge
doesn't
words of
just-
affirmation girl.
she's-
So if she does, you know that
Well, here's
it's,
the thing. Raylan's not going to tell you a lie. If you look bad, she's not going to hype you up.
she'll be like, "Peyton, are you sure you're gonna wear that out?"
Yeah.
But then if you do look good, you know you look good when Raylan's hyping you up because she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's like, you need that person in your life because you don't
do.
need someone in your life that's just gonna constantly hype you up. Like, you need someone who would not let you walk out of the house looking ugly.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be
Ratchet.
That's Raylan.
What are you most proud of your sisters for?
I'm most proud of Raylan for probably setting a standard with everything. She set the standard with everything and everything that me and Peyton are ever gonna do. She said
ever gonna do.
And then Peyton, I'm most proud of her for sticking it out and like.
Sticking what out?
She's never stuck anything. I'm 15. What am I stuck out? She's never had to stick anything out. Well, she's the last one at home, and I know that's hard. I just know it is because she doesn't have any more friends around like all the time. Like we're just all gone doing our own thing, and she just has to do this like daily chores, and then she still has to go to work and still has to do everything that we have to do, except we don't have to do it anymore. But she's doing it all.
I'm most proud of Addie for the way she has completely gone in 100 with the Lord over this past year and allowed the Lord to take her on a process, and she's really just becoming the things and who the Lord has called her to be.
That was good.
That was sweet of you.
And then
Sweet girl.
Peyton just being content in the season that she's in and knowing that the Lord is going to open doors for her and his timing.
So with Raylan, it's kind of like the same thing that Addie said. She like showed us like how to have standards in like relationships and like how to like maintain purity. If that makes sense. Just showing us the example of like what living like a true and genuine godly life should look like. But Addie, like not changing like who she is at the ramp. Like she's still like the same old Addie. She's like, she hasn't changed. She doesn't change for others.
Like, she never is scared to just be her entire self.
Yeah. And she doesn't look at other people like they're less than her.
What is y'all's favorite thing to do together?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
So usually we go to Snook Out. We get some
Watch
snacks
Full
and then we
House.
watch some movies.
Honestly, yeah, I was gonna say just like hanging out together with no agenda.
Or just
Nothing.
like
We're like on our phones, we're watching movies, we're
No,
eating snacks.
I'm always the one to pull up old videos.
Comfy
I'm
clothes.
sick of y'all.
Just hanging out together, and that's it, literally.
I don't think we'd like do things together. I think
We
No,
do,
you don't
but
need to.
we don't
You don't
need
need
to. Like,
to.
we can just be ourselves with
Because
each
when
other.
we do
When did they make you the most mad?
Ooh.
Raylan.
Raylan, which listen, Raylan made me mad because she would just mock you. Like, I'd be talking, I'd be like, Raylan, give me my phone. Like, Raylan, give me my phone. Or she would go, oh, do you want your phone?
Yeah, I just think I would get so mad at them when they wouldn't cooperate. Like, if we're cleaning or if we're doing something
Cleaning.
and I need them to cooperate, like, I'm the only one who had a sense of responsibility.
That's not true.
I'm like, Mom and
That
Dad
is-
are
it
literally
is true.
almost home. We need to get the house clean. I was looking out for them, and they
I
would
will
just.
admit.
Oh, and I would hate when they would get in like these laughing moods.
That was the ones you hated bad.
And I'm like, it's not funny, and I would literally start raging. Like, you need to clean.
Peyton, she doesn't really make me mad. Sometimes she'll make me mad, but sometimes she just annoys me. Sometimes she'll be singing the same run like over and over
And I'm
for
like,
7
Peyton, you
minutes
have
straight,
got to be quiet.
like
right
over
now.
and over, like it. And I'm wondering where this noise is coming from.
And it's just
And I
starts
look back
getting
and I
under
said,
your
I knew
skin.
it was you. I knew it. And we tell her to hush, and she keeps going.
What is the most embarrassing experience y'all have experienced together?
The most embarrassed I've ever gotten was when me and Addie were singing our song at your wedding. And we were supposed to change keys, okay? I mean, we had never gotten the song wrong, and Addie's darn hair got caught in the guitar or something.
It was my
her
bracelet.
bracelet, and the whole song went wrong, and we tried to recover, and it didn't
But
work.
you know what? Raylan doesn't remember that part of the wedding anyway.
I mean, I do.
Raylan did
I
not
just
have her
think I
mind on
tried to
that.
block it out. How different was each of your experiences growing up as a pastor's kid?
Ooh, that one's more deep. I feel like we all had like the performance mentality.
Yeah, probably that. I think too.
But that's the same, not different.
I was still like in a victim mindset my whole life growing up because like I felt like I was like the middle child, like the least favorite, and also like I feel like we just didn't get paid attention too much.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like looking back. That wasn't.
Which, it's partially true. Like, you're sharing your family with a lot
Hundreds.
of people. Like, you're sharing your family with the world, basically. And there's just things that get overlooked
Yeah.
growing up, and that's just a part of it. But I don't know if we had different experiences. It was
Well,
probably all pretty baseline.
When you're growing up, you don't take into account what your parents are going through. You just take into
Yeah.
account. That's like the victim thing. Like you just look at
It's
yourself.
like, look at me, look what I have to go through. And really, your parents are doing the best that they can with what they had. So
Mhm.
we felt the expectation, we felt the
Yeah.
everybody looking at us to be the example, and that puts a lot of pressure.
Like we've had many people tell us
And
that we
we've-
weren't being good pastors' kids.
Yeah, and we've all had like different experiences where like this person would say this to her or this person would say this to me, and that's kind of like been different things, but for the most part it's just been the pressure.
But I feel like we've all loved the Lord our whole life. Like genuinely.
Yeah, that is a blessing because none of us have like
Rebel.
we haven't rebelled against the Lord. I think we've rebelled against
the people
the people a little bit, and the Lord has had to
fix our
fix our
hearts.
hearts a little bit.
It's a
But
true thing.
that is a gift because a lot of people, if they grow up in that, then they don't want anything to do with the church once they're an adult.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing. Favorite family trip and why?
Florida when you met Micah was my favorite.
Ooh, Outer Banks every year for sure.
But I think the Florida trip was my favorite. Like the
That
most
was
fun. Like we didn't
fun.
have any conflicts.
That was fun.
That was the
Yeah,
And
and
that was
you know
only,
there's
like-
always little juicy stuff.
That was
at
only
beach
like
week.
almost 2 years ago. So it was like 2 summers ago. This
Mhm.
and
coming summer.
Ari and
Yeah, we had a lot of fun that trip.
Oh my gosh.
But
Ari.
also Florida, like when we did the sabbatical.
sabbatical.
Sabbatical
But
was great.
I was going through it. I had so many different ear infections and fevers. And,
She had a belly button infection.
and I
But
hit my head on the
honestly-
bottom of the pool.
And she I watched
Honestly-
me and Raylan playing in the water without her.
Honestly, all of our Myrtle Beach trips were like fun.
Fun.
How to find confidence within yourself through the Lord and what He declares over us.
I feel like the times you don't have confidence is when you're not really being
Being
yourself.
water.
Because I feel like sometimes we think the more we grow into the Lord, the less we are ourselves. You can like grow into the image of Christ, but you still have your personality and you still have your. I feel like I'm most confident when I'm being myself, but in the image of the Lord. Like just completely yourself. Because where it gets fake and like the facade is when you try to imitate your walk as other people do.
Yeah, I talked about that in the last video. When it came to like friendships, if you're never fully yourself, then nobody's ever accepting you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So then you feel like you have to be that person for everyone. I think the answer's in the question, like constantly resting in what he's declaring over you until that becomes your mindset. You have to let the word begin to transform and renew the way you think. And then as you emerge and submerge yourself into the word and that's your identity, then that's who you begin to walk.
And do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
And if God isn't like if God isn't God in your life, then what he says about you doesn't really matter. So if like your phone is over God in your life, then what people on your phone say about you is going to matter more than what the Lord says about you. So just always make sure that the Lord is your main focus, because if he's not, then what he says to you doesn't even matter.
And also I think getting rid of the perfectionist mindset, because you can't set like expectations that you can't reach and expect to be confident in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'd say like get rid of this standard of you have to do everything right, you have to be perfect, you have to do all this, because then you can't be confident in what you're doing if you're reaching below a standard that you've set.
Yeah, and walk in grace and know that it's not going to happen overnight. Like the Lord has us all in a process of becoming confident in the things that he's called us to be. But the biggest thing is, like she was saying in the beginning, is know who you are enough in the Lord to be confident in the things that he's called you to walk in. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel.
I feel like this.
Addie thinks she's so cool because she's doing it with a drink.
Raylan always has her iced coffee and she's going.
You're sick. And if you'd be ugly one time this week, I will turn it off. Hey, no.
Payne's finger's crooked from her accident.
Well, y'all like recent turn. Okay, you can finish.
Look how crooked it is.
Peyton, oh my gosh.